All right, guys. Let me just fix this mic setup real quick. All right. I think, let me just... There we go. Okay, we are good to go. I'm gonna start right now, guys. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do this. All right. I'll ask again, are you ready? All right. Welcome, Sub-Zero, first time chatter. Everybody, exclamation mark, welcome to Sub-Zero. All right, I'm gonna get started. So from here, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm just gonna keep reading. So if anybody, you know, mods, if anybody pops in, just let them know. I'll get with them right after I'm done. Thank you also, Chevalier, for the follow. Thank you, Sub-Zero, for the follow. Thank you guys so very much. It's good to see you both. I'm actually gonna start my speech right now. And
Daddy, chill.
Yeah, we're gonna get this started. Let me go ahead and actually turn this down. Oh wait, there you go. Spotify showed up on a different screen. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. You ready? Gotta get that throat clear first. Just kidding. All right. It's wonderful to see everybody here. Thank you all so very much for coming on out. Yes, I know you've seen this before, where the streamer stands before you on a podium or desk and happily boasts about their success and goes through all of the good times about themselves and pep rally about who they are and what they stand for. However, I'm going to tell you something different today. After today, the inspirations I have towards being here behind this desk to give you... Can we not with the channel points, please? Greatly appreciate it. After today, the inspirations I have towards being here behind this desk to give you this wholesome, heartfelt speech was because of our good friend Spacey. I reached out to him before thinking about this sort of a setup and told him that he actually inspired me to go about a heartfelt speech for everybody to enjoy. And therefore, I want to bring you all some things to think about, some things that you will all come to learn about me, my ideas, exactly why I do what I do, and some inspiration behind the movement of doing them for you as I do for myself. It's hard to believe that it has been a full year since going live. My adventure started on Facebook, where I was able to meet so many wonderful streamers. To name those important individuals to me, I'm going to give you those names of the people who were with me during my big starts and have given me my motivation, help, and encouragement when I started off. Those streamers are Hello Joe, Potator, Sorefeet, who's in the channel. Everybody, Sorefeet! Ranch Stressin, Streams with Vaughn, Ceta Peta, Peachy Streams, Hella Caddy, and Griffiths Gaming. Through these streamers, I was able to learn all about what it takes to be a streamer and find out what it is that makes you truly unique compared to the many other streamers out there. I was taught how to be kind and nurturing to your community. I was taught to get loud and be consistent to the best of your ability. I was taught to get creative, but not to be a pushover. I was taught that it's okay to be shameful for making mistakes. But if you failed, to accept those failures as a learning experience and try again. I have seen a number of these streamers laugh, cry, put their feet down, admit their doubts, and even deal with family emergencies on stream. Still, every single one of them had such strength to keep going by leaning on their community for the strength needed to keep those strides moving one step at a time. I learned very quickly that if you you do not need an incredibly expensive setup to be successful. All you need is for you to be you and accept any criticism and construction along the way. What really got me to this point was the incredible support I received throughout the course of my journey as a streamer. This doesn't go without saying that there was no struggle. There were countless days where I would be live and there was only one person in my stream supporting me throughout my learning experience. This special thanks goes out to one person. That person is Misty Falls Gaming, otherwise known as Misty. Misty has always been my #1 supporter ever since the start. Misty and I have exchanged a lot of ideas back and forth, and she never gave up on me, giving me the feedback and criticism I needed to better myself. It was also through Misty and Potator that I was able to meet such amazing people who are now my incredible VIPs. Jazzy, Kristen, Sherman, and Allie. I also would like to give a special thanks and shout out to Guilty Story, Melissa, and Rochelle for being there for me as well, playing many of the games and creating so many clips and memories of the time we spent together. Truly, this friendship team was my solid foundation that I never knew that I would have since the start, and that I will never take for granted ever. Though my time on Facebook was a large portion of struggling, I almost gave up. I wound up giving Twitch a try because I was determined to put my setup to use in a different platform. I didn't want all the effort and faith that I put into me to be wasted or let the candle flame flicker until it burnt out. No, instead I switched gears. I made an important choice to leave Facebook behind and come to this platform to try to make a stand. It was there that I came across V Dodger's stream on August 13th, 2021. While on vacation to see my little guy, that I was struck yet again with the inspiration that I was yearning for. Thanks to this man, I was able to meet so many people, learn so many new things about streaming, and trying out new things. But most importantly, the very thing that I lacked the most, connecting with other streamers and getting to know them. I have been in his streams every single day, well, except for this week because I've been on vacation. I usually go into his streams every day while I'm at work, and I mod for him, and I try to keep that consistency going because he did a lot for me. But, you know, vacation happens, and sorry, dude. I come to realize after being in his streams for a while that he and I share the same goal. Our goal is to connect as many people together and give them a reliable platform to thrive in. I made a vow, thanks to this man, to never let another small streamer have to deal with the struggle like I did. Oh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Rizzy. Thank you. I'm going to keep reading. I am going to do all the thanks after the speech, but I'm going to keep going, okay? Sore Feet, who's also in the chat, taught me never to give up and use your kindness on others in a manner that is genuine. Combine that with V Dodger, I learned to not only show that kindness to those I want to work with, but to everyone. Combine those again with Potato's lessons and loving your community for who they are and cherish the moments that they bring, and you have yourself the perfect moment of reflection of the perfect goal in mind. These 3 people are my 3 biggest inspirations: Potato, V Dodger, and Sore Feet. And I give a huge thank you to every single one of you. Thanks to these 3 big inspirations, I am now, April 10th, 2021, celebrating my first year anniversary with 1.2k followers, with some of the best people I have ever met here in my chat, with the best mod crew that I could ever ask for. This is the moment I wish to give them their moment of recognition they deserve. At this time, I wish to thank Misty, Anna, Emmy, Rin, Saya, Casper, Pyro, Outlaw Legion, Squirrely Frost, and Human for helping to keep the chat flowing, safe, and unique in your own way. Through shoutouts, peaceful reminders, Discord shouts, and intuition with keeping our community involved, this has truly become the place in which I wish to become. Just like my 3 predecessors before me. I simply cannot do this without you. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the things that bind us to wanting to be a streamer. So just take just a minute and think about the reasons why you wanted to become a streamer. The very big things that you envisioned with goals in mind that made you hit that start live button for the first time. Think about it for a moment. The day that you hit that go live button, why did you do it? Was it because you want to make it a hobby? You wanted to make a difference? Was it because you wanted to be successful, that you would go full-time and leave your job? Was it for the pursuit of fame? Was it to get your name out there to help introduce your own niche for your brand? Just think about all of this for a moment. What brought you out to become a streamer? While you do so, I want to share with you an article that I came across that I will now read aloud to you. Something I came across I feel would help out everybody, not just as a new streamer, but those who have been a veteran for a little while into the streaming, I don't want to call it a game, but, the streaming world, so to speak. We can all learn from this message right here. This man says, I look at life in the perspective of a farmer or a gardener. You could plant that seed, but you still got to nurture it, and you still have to care for that seed, even though you don't see anything. Then, when you start to see something, you still got to nurture and care for it because it's in its developmental phase. Let's see who sticks around when that seed and that tree grow there. And once you see a once-a-year fruit, now everybody wants to come around because it's abundant. They say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Do you know the second best time to plant a tree is? Today. Today is the best time to plant that seed if you haven't done it 20 years ago. I don't know why people be like, man, it ain't nothing, it's abundance. But the world is abundance. But if you're not living in an abundance mindset, then you could never see the growth, the potential, and learning potential all around you. Now you see, there are many out there with the same minds as we do. Some of them with a lot of talent and some of them with big dreams. There will come a time where we will need to help nurture those coming into play and accept being nurtured from those who wish to give us the nourishment of love, wisdom, encouragement, and guidance we so yearn for. We shouldn't fear the failures. Let me share with you why, with the words of a college graduate. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown, a motivational speaker, made an analogy about this, and he says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghosts of those ideas that you never acted on. The ghosts of the talents you did not use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life. Now we have to go to the grave together. Let me ask you guys today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when the time comes? Now let that sink in for just a moment. How many ghosts are going to be around your bed when the final day comes? How many talents are you going to be let denied? How many ideas are you going to take with you to the grave just because you are too afraid of setback? Are you just going to sit there comfortable with how things are and not focus on the potential of growth and improvements? Let me give you a little bit of advice from Terry Crews himself. The comfort zone is dangerous. When you're comfortable, you are in most danger, most vulnerable. You should never feel comfortable. You should be happy and disappointed. Anybody ever tell you, hey, look, you know what? Just be satisfied with what you got. Don't believe them. Get them away from you. You should never be satisfied with what you got because the attempt to get more makes you into something better. Streaming is one of the hardest things you can do. You build an audience, you keep consistent with that audience, you make changes, you make connections, you try new things, you don't ever stop. You sometimes make choices to sacrifice for the sake of the streams and for the sake of people you want to come back. You do your best, and sometimes it just feels like you're not winning or feeling like you're making a mark at all. Let me give you some inspirational words for that by a man that we all know, Sylvester Stallone. Rocky! That will put you into a different mindset to never give up. He says this: let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and a very nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out there and get what you're worth. But you still got to be willing to take the hits and not point fingers saying you ain't there because of him or her or anybody else. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Is this you? Are you the type of person to just stay beaten down because let it consume you from your own personal growth? Are you the type of person to just walk away? Or do you want to win? What if you had the chance to take that opportunity to be up on the golden stage for many to see who love you unconditionally and shower you with lots of affection? Some people would take that golden opportunity. I myself, however, would not. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want the hard work that I put in for my community to see that it would just go to waste for fortune, fame, or glory, all given to me on a silver platter. No, I would want to see the growth of such failures. I would want to see these as experiences and obtain it as wisdom. I would want the enjoyment of the success below me being earned with the hard work I put in and the people who are there for me unconditionally. This is what it's like to win. With the difficulty of streaming and our everyday lives intertwining and never stopping, there are guaranteed moments where we're going to fall short. And thanks to mental health, doubt, insecurity, or whatever may bog us down and make us feel like we're not good enough. Let me give you another message from a college professor that will help you alleviate this better when it comes to streaming. This bit is called, "What are you holding?" Let's say you have a glass of water in your hand and you don't know how many ounces is in it. How would you measure the weight of that glass? Let me tell you this instead. The absolute weight of that glass does not matter. It depends on how long you hold on to it. Hold on to it for a minute, nothing happens. Hold on to it for an hour, and your arm will begin to ache. Hold on to it all day long, and your arm will feel numb and paralyzed. The whole time, the weight of the glass has not changed. But the longer you hold on to it, the heavier it becomes. The stresses and worries of life are just like that glass of water. If you think about them for a little while, there's no problem. If you think about them for a little bit longer, it does start to hurt. But if you think about them all day long, you'll feel paralyzed, incapable of doing anything. The moral of the story is, always remember, put your glass down. Hi, Amara. I see you. As I'm sure I've talked your ear off enough, I want to depart with you one more final message that I came across that I plan on using every day. It is what motivates me to keep on the right path towards the direction of community and our goals to strive for the friendship we have and thrive together as a community, as streamers, but most importantly, as friends who love each other. And it goes like this. Here are 4 guaranteed things you needed to hear today. Number 1, no relationship is a waste of time. If it didn't bring you what you want, it taught you what you didn't want. Number 2, the secret to happiness is letting every situation be what it is instead of what you think it should be. Let everything flow. You need to understand that you can't control everything in your life. The things that are out of your control, you shouldn't stress about it. The things that you can control, make sure you work on them. Number 3, struggle is temporary. Sacrifices are long investment. Give up the short-term comfort for the long-term win. Stay patient and stay focused. Number 4, stop hanging around the people who think growth is a competition, and this point is very, very important. If they try to shoot you down instead of trying to bring you up, then they can't be around you. Your circle should never be in competition with you. When you win, they win. When they win, you win. So what say you, friends? We've come very far as a streaming community, both individual and as a community. It's time that we keep this motion going. Remember those who have inspired you and watch them closely. Put your glass down, get out of your comfort zone, and try something you've never done before. It doesn't matter if it knocks you down. Get back up. Don't stop getting back up. Keep planting them seeds, keep nurturing that growth. And if someone offers you the same in return, take it. Be patient. Stay focused. This is not a competition, but rather a collective triumph for all of us to do together. We are the Kupo Crew.